As you both know, I'm duly authorized by law to solemnize marriages according to law. Before the two of you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of all of these witnesses, I'm to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now entering. Marriage, according to Australian law, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, entered into voluntarily for life. Rochelle, do you wish to get married today?
Sure, yes.
Matt, are you interested in continuing with this wedding?
Yes.
But before we do that, I'm going to, as we did just a few meters away on Friday night, invite your parents to come forward to place their hands upon your shoulders as we offer this blessing to you. Blessing first offered by Aaron to his sons, and then the priest to people in more recent generations, from parents to children. We offer it to the two of you as bride and groom. May God bless you and keep you.
Yes, Adonai, yes, Adonai, Hana, Ilecha, Ve'aselecha,
May you feel the love and support of those whose hands rest upon you, those who surround you, but most of all, the love and support of that who you lean on at this moment. And may that support continue to be a place of peace to you and to all that know. Then, my friends, I'm going to invite you to take a moderate step towards your past and turn to welcome your future. See that obvious? Rochelle, I'm going to invite you to pick up that pen, hold it as high as you can above your head so everyone can see there's literally no one else holding your hand, and then sign when you're going to be doing a bit of signing today where it says your signature line. And Matt, if I can invite you to pick up that pen, hold it above just your head too, and then to sign where it says groom. These words of tradition. In keeping with tradition, the two of you have chosen to circle as you enter this chuppah. I'll move and get out of your way in a second. But in an affirmation of the mutuality that is at the core of your partnership, you have not chosen to circle your groom 7 times, but rather you've chosen to circle each other 7 times. First, 3 by you, and then 3 by you, and then finally sharing the circle in the way that you share all things. It is our pleasure to invite you to enter into your chuppah. The two of you have chosen to use a cup from the past. Rochelle, a Kiddush cup, a Kos Kiddush from your great-grandmother's home, honouring all of those that came before you. And Matt, you've brought from your family home a Barossa Red. The richness of your Australian Jewish story. And a celebration of the fact that when you have the opportunity, good wine and good food should always be shared. It is my pleasure to lift up this cup of Kiddushin. As you share this cup of wine, so may you share all things from this day forward, with love and understanding. May life's joys be heightened, its business softened, and each and every one of its moments made sacred. With full hearts, we turn to Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri agafen.
Amen.
Not a drinker.
Matt, I'm going to invite you to take the ring that belongs to you. The other one that belongs to you. And to place it on the forefinger of the one that you love, and as you hold it there, to offer these words.
Ani ledodi ledodi li. I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Matthew Isaac Levy, take you, Rochelle Isabel Brathman, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
Not quite yet, because Matt, as you delicately release that vice-like grip, Rochelle, if it is your intention for that ring to be accepted as an invitation of those commitments, then I ask you to take it from the finger on which it's been placed, and to place it on the finger that we pray will remain forever. Now you can clap. As you take the ring that belongs to you, and you place it on the forefinger of the one that you love, and offer a similar declaration.
Ani ledodi vedodi li. I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Rochelle Isabel Braverman, take you, Matthew Isaac Levy, to be my lawful wedded husband.
And Matt, if you want to accept that invitation, then I invite you, as you already have, to place that ring on the finger.
Dodi
the two of you create together be filled with love, music, and laughter. May your home always be open to share a spare seat at your table. May you delight in each other on this day and forever as you stand amongst the people who love you. We celebrate you, our bride and our groom. And so we have one final act. One that, like so much of the ceremony, we've created and crafted and adapted together to ensure that when people leave here, they say, I don't think that could have been anyone else. And so this cup of blessing, which we've just enjoyed that read from, I'm going to take a moment just to clean it out. And then I'm going to place it, with your help, in that bag. That is a cup of blessing. There are so many that will tell you that this final ritual of breaking a glass at a Jewish wedding is a reminder, in fact an obligation, that on our happiest days, we are to be reminded that they aren't all like this. Most explanations in one way or another connect to reminders of the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem. You don't need me to tell you that the world isn't perfect. You don't need me to tell you that things break. And you don't need me to tell you that in your life's story and in our people's life story, far too much destruction has occurred. Recognize that everything about today is about creating. And so as I place this glass down on the floor and invite you, Matt, to break it into as many pieces as you can. So I want the two of you to experience joy today by that many times. And then each day that you spend together, I want your life to be multiplied by those joys. So that as much as is possible, as individuals and as a couple, you get to move from this day going from blessing to blessing, from joy to joy, happiness to happiness. And then when those other days come, which don't feel great, I want you to lean into this day, this moment, and this memory.
All right. It's all happening. My plan has finally come together. None of you have anywhere to go but to listen to me say whatever is on my mind. You're stuck, trapped. And the main thing that's on my mind is how deeply blessed I am to be standing here today celebrating how much I love Matthew. Matt is the most generous, kind, brilliant, and handsome man I have ever met. Okay? Clap, clap, clap. He is deeply supportive of me always, and I hope to be able to make him feel as supported as he makes me feel. Matt and I chose 4 years ago to move to Israel to live a deeply meaningful but equally difficult life. It sucks. And there's absolutely no way I could have made it this far without him. Constantly cheering me on and never letting me think myself into too much of a mess. I have to imagine that he got so great because he comes from such a warm and loving family. Linda and Darren, thank you so much for welcoming me into your home, always making me feel included. Linda, I wish I could have met your parents. I'm so sorry that your mum is not here today. I know that she's a girl boss. She has to be. Pearl, Bruce, and Rhonda, you are each filled with so much kindness, warmth, and wisdom, and I'm so blessed to have you in my life now. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Lauren and Mikey, icons. They had their wedding 2 weeks ago. Mikey wore ballet flats. Lauren was giving Audrey Hepburn.
Opera pumps.
Yeah, sure, opera pumps. Thanks for being legitimately interesting and chill to hang out with. Now that I've covered how Matt became so great, I want to talk about how I became so great. So my mum and dad and brother created a loud, fiery, and warm home that always had room for all my peculiarities. My mum especially promoted empathy when my dad preached strength and pride, and this has made me a really confused adult. My Baba Raya is my biggest inspiration when it comes to how to be a strong Jewish woman who stands by her values. She is brilliant and has done literally everything for me. Okay, clap, clap. Louder. My dear Peter, who gave me his face, who cooked for me. Someone translate to him, please. Cooked for me, picks me up from school, and continues to make me feel loved, is the reason I feel proud to be from a Russian-speaking family. His absolute refusal to learn English as a political statement against the Western ideals of capitalism has been a constant inspiration. My Kulamanya, who passed down to me her strength, her courage, and her passion, and her bold nature, she is She always told me she wants to dance at my wedding, and I really, really hope that we can make that come true today. Catherine is a new member of my family. She keeps the lefty energy alive in my home, really bothering everyone, keeping me alive. And I'm really looking forward to celebrating yours and Joseph's wedding. To Nancy, my witness, both in this wedding and in life. I would be a total loser without you. Thank you for making me make friends, which has always made me talk to me. And always knowing what Matt and I are meant to be doing, even when I have no idea where we are. Thank you to Rabbi Gersh and Tammy for putting together an amazing ceremony and really taking the time to get to know Matt and I as a couple. And thank you to Alma for having a one-of-a-kind voice. It's a privilege to have you sing for us. Okay, everyone, buy her album. You're incredible. You look beautiful. You look beautiful.
I look beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you to Gitai, who danced their mums and acted totally chill the whole time. We would be starving without you. And thank you to everyone that traveled here from Israel. I'm obsessed with you all. That's insane. Baruch Hashem, I'm married.
Yeah, there's no way that I'm going to be able to beat that. Absolutely no way. But I am a little bit tipsy. And this is actually the first time in a while that I'm doing a speech in English. And I'm bad at public speaking. So we'll see. We'll see. Before I go on to speaking about my lovely wife, Rochelle, I'd like to give some mentions to the amazing Jews that got me here today.
Yeah. They're Jews, remember it.
To my mum, Linda. I am inspired by you every day and your ability to put 100% of effort into everything you do. You taught me the importance of hard work and resilience and what it takes to make your dreams come true. To Abraham, who taught me that sometimes you just have to pack up and trust the journey, even if it means leaving everything behind. My dad, Darren, I'll always be grateful for your commitment to me, whether as a kid, taking me to all of my sporting games and training me and playing cricket with me, even if you had a bad duck, if you know, you know. For always supporting me in my decisions in life and knowing that my happiness is the real goal. To Moses, who proved that life sometimes means wandering around in circles for 40 years and then figuring it out. Moses, my granddad, Bobby, for showing me how to stay fit and healthy. My grandma and godmother, for always wanting to engage in intellectual conversation about politics or Israel. And my Nana Pearl, for always taking an interest in my life and having such youthful energy. Unfortunately, my late grandfather Brian isn't with us today. I always remember how, in my excitement, I broke my leg jumping off the windowsill while waiting for you to visit and saw you coming up the driveway. Nebish. And to my grandma Jocelyn, who isn't well enough to be here today. We would say she was Google before Google, with knowledge about everything. This is a good one. To Lot's wife. To Lot's wife who turned into a pillar of salt after looking back.
Yes, so true.
Thanks for reminding me to keep my eyes on the future and not dwell on my mistakes. Lot's wife, everyone, Lot's wife. To Lauren, my sister, who was super special, maturing at a similar time to you, even if I was usually the one trying things out first. Despite you being older. In all seriousness, you're the perfect older sister, and it was a pleasure to share in your wedding celebrations just 2 weeks ago. Woo! That's the third one that they got. That's the third clap. Me and Rochelle got, how many did we get?
A few, quite a few.
And to Mikey, my new brother-in-law, we're clearly on the same wavelength, and I couldn't think of a better person to be by Lauren's side for the long run. To Isaac Bashevi Singer.
Thank you for doing that.
The famous novelist who wrote stories full of humour, mysticism, and the quirks of Jewish life. She taught me that even the quirkiest of characters have wisdom to share, just like Rochelle. Rochelle's parents, Sylvie and Paul. Thank you both for so kindly and generously welcoming me into the family. Sylvie, your care for Rochelle, your kindness, and your constant drive to do what is right and just is inspiring to me. Colin, that's you. Your humour is truly one of a kind, and I have so much respect for your hard work and your commitment to Rochelle. Though I still plan to one day outdrink you in scotch at a dinner. And to Shabbatai Tzvi, the false Messiah.
I'm a false Messiah.
The false Messiah, who showed that sometimes following a Messiah is a very bad idea. He even went so far as to convert to Islam to save himself. Thankfully, Rochelle is actually an amazing Messiah. And I can follow her anywhere without fear of ending up in an Ottoman Sultan's court. And finally, to all those who travel abroad or interstate to be here, you know who you are, and it means a lot to both of us. And now to the pretentious part of the speech where I speak about my love for Rochelle, and I've become I'll be a bit more sincere. In fact, it was pretty sincere. This is the first pretentious quote. The first pretentious quote is from Oscar Wilde, the famous playwright and poet, who said, "To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all." I came across this quote whilst reading a book on my plane ride from Israel to Australia, and I paused for a moment. All I could think of was Rochelle. Rochelle knows how to truly live. She's not just rushing to tick things off a list, and it's not about waking up with some unstoppable drive. For her, living means something deeper. In every choice, in every moment, she chooses fully to feel, to experience, to enjoy. She's not interested in people pleasing or living in someone else's reality. She chooses what allows her to really live, in the fullest sense of the word. She has the courage to step away from what's expected, to not just sit back and do what everybody says she should do, existing isn't enough for her. Whether she's watching reality TV and fully immersing herself in the world of the characters for 45 minutes, or caring for children at the kindergarten and shaping the next generation in their most formative years, Rochelle does it all with purpose, presence, and love. Now to the second pretentious quote. This is really pretentious. Martin Buber, the Jewish philosopher. The world is not comprehensible, but it is embraceable through the embracing of one of its beings. You are the person I have chosen to embrace. And with your embrace, you've helped me understand myself, my needs and my ambitions. You've helped me grow in ways that matter, even if it's just the gentle gestures of remembering to put the toilet seat down after a number one. It's true. Your embrace makes me feel like I can get through any adversity. You give me the courage to be brave, to try new things, and to back myself and stand up for myself. And now the final pretentious quote. In the book of Mishlei, part of the Ketuvim, we're told, Matzah Isha, Matzah Tov, V'yafeh Ratzon Me'Hashem. He who finds a wife finds goodness and obtains favor from God. Although this quote probably doesn't sit well with your feminist proclivities, you'll be okay, because we are well within the culture shift and the return of the trap life. I can gladly say that I have found a wife and I have found good.
Oh my god, you win.
I found someone who wants to build a life with me, who wants to grow old with me, who wants to understand me, and who occasionally has patience for me. You're my best friend, my biggest advocate, you're my babe, and I don't know who I'd be without you. I can't wait to spend the next million years together and raise some snobby elitist kids.